There are three things in this world that I love more than anything. First, Reptar. No, love you, baby. Two, anytime Henry Cavill takes his shirt off. And three, being fucking right. Let's go! All right, chattos. So, if you saw the title, if you saw the thumbnail, whatever, you know why we're here. And it is to talk about one of the most beloved models within the Tau range that nobody was playing. And if you're not a Tau player, you wouldn't actually know that people were so passionate about it. But it is our stealth boy, the Ghostkeel. Now, actually, let me grab the... You know, this guy. The guy that basically saw no play all the way through all of 9th, except for a handful of chat individuals and, you know, certain people who had people bet that he couldn't win an event with one. And they were half correct. Fuck you. Talking about the Ghostkeel, I'm going to talk to you about why this may actually be the best dart sheet in our index. And that's a wild thing to say because... well, I made a video a little while ago and I made some recommendations for what would make this from a C tier model to an S tier model. And holy shit, GW fucking listened to me. I don't know if it was listening to me exactly, but you know what? The change went through and it was exactly what I said. So you know what? You're welcome, Chassos. You're welcome. On J has made a decree to the heavens, and the heavens opened and fucking listened. So we are going to go over to the data sheet and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right, so we are here and let's have a look at exactly what makes this thing so goddamn good. One, it moved up to T8, which is, you know, nice. It's not going to be the most durable thing in the world. It did go to a 2-up save, which is really, really nice. It lost its invulnerable save, but at a 5-up, it was middling at best anyway. One of the big things for this is that, one, it's got a decent set of guns after a lot of the nerfs that went through. We're going to be talking about that in the very next video that's coming out. I'm going to be belt feeding this shit out. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel because there is a lot to talk about. But in the context of everything that's happened with data sheets and nerfs and everything else, their gun is actually sitting at being really, really good for, you know, clearing out any tough infantry. It'll probably be pretty good into custodies, honestly, at AP2 and damage 3, putting them to their 4-up invulnerable save. And with any of our, for the greater good stuff, being able to ignore cover, meaning that, you know, we have one of the rarest abilities so far that I think I've seen in being able to properly ignore cover very, very easily, not just as a random ass data sheet ability. The big thing, if we look over at abilities, and I'm just going to put my mouse there, this right here, Infiltrator, Lone Operative, and Stealth. If you go back and watch my previous Ghostkeel video, I said they needed to delete one line of text off of the old Ghostkeel, and that was, or closest visible target. Which... if you think about it, this exactly is that. Lone Operative is, by the way, something we are going to abuse the fuck out of in 10th. Lone Operative means you cannot be shot outside of 12 inches. If something's getting to within 12 inches of us anyway, the rubber's about to hit the road, and none of the tank stuff is going to be able to do that. Think about it in context. Your Ghostkeel is going to be able to stand in the open on an objective or at the back of your field or whatever else. And you could have all of the artillery. You could have all of the Lehman Russes. You could have all of the volcano cannons sitting on friggin' Baneblades or whatever the hell puts it on there. And the Ghostkeel just says, because you can't shoot it. And so far as I've seen, there's no abilities that bypass Lone Operative. You just cannot be shot. Look out, sir, on a model this big. And we have a number of other things that get to use this ability. And this is exactly what I said we needed to go through for it to become an S tier model. And lo and behold, Art of War, Richard Siegler saying this is a massive glow up for the Ghostkeel, and he wants to plug 3 of them into every list that he makes. This is... holy shit, I love being right! So, and then just because, you know, GW reached out without actually speaking to me, and they were like, hey, Jay, you turned down that rim job out the back of the studio. We really appreciate that. You're going to be able to blank 2 sources of damage. Just for nothing. The Ghostkeel is amazing. Make sure you're keeping track of this. Now, it's not going to be like a crisis unit that's going to just delete whatever it looks at. It's not the old school Hammerhead where it was ignoring invulns and all that sort of stuff. Its damage output is going to be mid, but that is fine. You are going to have something that can exist, be obnoxious, and play the mission. And that is something the Tau hasn't had a ton of, and I am really, really looking forward to abusing. Thank you to all my patrons who make my videos possible. If you would like to be there for all the discussions that we're having in our Discord, being a patron or being a YouTube member, because we have that online now, thank you very much, YouTube, they get access to our Discord, they get access to me and coaching services and everything else. If you want to be there to make sure that you know all of the best stuff the Tower is going to have, make sure that you're in that. A really, really big announcement that I have is that anybody that is a patron from now until the end of August is going to have their name on an enormous cutout at the GT that I'm running that is sponsored by the Art of War and a bunch of other awesome, awesome places. You are going to have your name up at that event for every single player at that event to look at. It is going to be amazing. I'll see you there, and I'll see you in the next one.